Pulteney Street School was born in 1847, just 11 years after Governor Hindmarsh landed in Holdfast Bay. It was formed by 12 trustees who aspired to create an affordable, inclusive school for Adelaide children. At its original Pulteney Street address, 27 boys and girls attended classes in their street clothes and were writing on slate and pressing flowers. Reverend E.K. Miller ran the school as headmaster and sole teacher until the appointment of Mrs. Emma Mitchell as his assistant in September 1848, primarily to take charge of the education of the female students. By 1855, the school, under its fourth headmaster, Robert Cole's Mission, consisted of 3 classes of boys and 3 classes of girls. It was considered the most important licensed school in the colony by the Board of Education. From 1858 to 1861, Mr. John Martin leased the school from the trustees, and the school, under Mr. John Martin, educated boys only. Reverend William Samuel Moore commenced as headmaster in 1861, from which time girls were again educated at Pulteney Street School, with his wife Elizabeth Moore in charge of the girls' school. However, the education of girls ceased with the end of Moore's tenure in April 1884. From July 1884 until February 1999, Pulteney Street School, which became Pulteney Grammar School when it moved to its current location on South Terrace in 1921, would educate boys only.
23 years ago or so, Pulteney was in a very difficult place. Numbers had fallen from about 950 at their maximum, I gather it's even more now, to around 650, and it was falling. Council agreed that we had to do something major. We were looking at where would the school be if we merged? Do we want to go co-ed anyway? Is that the right thing for our students? Would we keep our name? Would we keep our culture? We were very persuaded by the fact that moving the way the world's moving, co-education really was the way to go to keep up with the times. Obviously, it was successful and the school has continued to flourish. We got people on side. Most people came on side very quickly, and in true Pulteney style, they surged ahead and supported us, and that was really what made it work. I have to say the best thing I ever did for Pulteney was to appoint Graham Lane as principal.
The staff of 98 and 99, teachers and others, endured much and embraced the changes. They took it all in their stride and made everything possible. They realised that the future does not reside in the past, and the present provides the opportunity to imagine the future we desire.
That learning to embrace change and go with the flow, even though you don't know what's going to happen, has helped me fly into war zones, it's helped me embrace parenthood, it's helped me move into state and change careers. No one knew 20 years ago on that first day how it would all turn out. But we're all comfortable working with that uncomfortable feeling, and I hope you'll all agree, it certainly seems to me to be a resounding success.
In 2019, we're so excited to be celebrating 20 years of co-education in the modern era at Pulteney Grammar School. Through their formative years, girls and boys learn not just about curriculum. They spend almost 15 years of their schooling learning about themselves, learning who they are. As educators, our role is to help young people find that sense of self so that they make an impact on the world now and beyond the school gates, where the traits of tolerance, respect, initiative, service, resilience and cooperation are as valuable as academic knowledge and skills.
Outside of the classroom, the benefits of co-education are huge. If you think musically, you've got different talents being brought to the fore. You've got male students who have the ability to play and perform with strong female singers and vice versa.
I believe Pulteney is a dynamic co-educational school which nurtures both boys and girls to develop respectful and social relationships with one another, and at the same time we encourage students to build on their strengths and independence. All this, in turn, prepares students to flourish as future leaders in our community.
I think being at a co-ed school preparing us for life, it's an important thing because we're not going to be segregated by genders in the workforce and in our daily lives. It's always going to be connected and integrated.
So when I came in 2017, I was very excited to find out that they had a girls' footy team. Every home game, the boys would always come out and watch. It's like, yeah, let's support the girls, we go and support the boys as well.
I am so excited to celebrate this 20th anniversary of the reintroduction of co-education at Pulteney.